Welcome back to Breakfast Television. An international collaboration has arrived at the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre, and the show is being touted as physically demanding, emotionally challenging, and is receiving rave reviews from those who have come out to see it. A new take on a familiar tale. Here's a look at the heart of Robin Hood.
This is Sherwood Forest!
Wrong! This is my forest!
A forest is owned by Noma.
Not true, Martin. Kings and lords make forest laws, stake their claim over oak and deer. Now I've staked mine. This is my land, and you are on it.
You steal only for yourself. We give everything we have to the poor. We are the just outlaws. You are a common thief.
The Heart of Robin Hood is on now till December 6th, and theatre, television, and film actor Izzy Steele, who plays Marion, joins us this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
A very different Robin Hood than the one we're used to seeing, a different Marion than the one we're used to seeing. I believe you're being called Martin in that scene.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the difference that this show brings, a different twist on Robin Hood.
Yeah, well, David Farr wrote this for his daughters. He wanted a feminine heroine that was strong and that set a good example, and so ultimately he came up with Maid Marian, who dresses as Martin after she finds out that Robin Hood is a bit of a thug and not what we normally come to expect from him. So she takes matters into her own hands and
very nice.
Does what any woman would do. It takes care of business, exactly.
Is there still a love story aspect to this somewhere in there?
Of course there is. Of course. Of course. There has to be, yeah.
For you, as an actor, do you find that it is hard to find a role like that with a strong female heroine?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people try, and I think not everybody is as successful as this comes across. But, you know, doing a lot of TV and film in the past couple of years, this was such a nice treat to see something that I could do physically and still have an emotional journey that's really satisfying as well for everybody included.
That's right, to come and watch it and to act it on stage yourself, certainly. It was also sort of the spark for the director that came in from Reykjavik as well. Let's talk a little bit about what he brought to the show. He's known as, what, the action man of theater?
Yeah, a little bit. The show is so dynamic. You're never going to know where we're coming from, whether it's from the ceiling or the floor or the sides or behind you. What's going to drop from the ceiling? You know, there's a 40-foot slide that seems at a 90-degree angle. It's not. It is mind-blowingly visual. Just the whole thing is beautifully done.
How do you prepare for a show like that? It's got to be a lot more draining than some of the other stuff you do.
Push-ups, protein shakes. I don't know.
Exactly.
You work out, and you hope for the best, and you have good people who train you and who are there to support you, and to do things properly and safely. But you learn. I mean, you have to.
Do you find it to be a neat way to kind of convey the emotion that you're putting through in the production as well?
It's definitely a challenge to be bigger in everything in order to reach the last seat in the house. You know, whereas TV and film is much smaller, it does help with the storytelling to have everything be so incredibly physical, because it helps you be bigger and it helps you reach that last seat in the house.
Well, there are still seats in the house available, though tickets are going really, really quickly because the word about the show is spreading very fast throughout the city. It goes till December 6th at the MTC main stage. Thank you so much, Izzy, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Taking a break on Breakfast Television. Stay with us.